Andrew, tell me what we have here first. I know we have Tonya Powers on. I'm excited about this.
This is a kind of an interesting story. Actually, it's a very interesting
Andrew,
story.
we'll get to the gun thing. Sit back and relax.
No. This is
I
what
thought you were upset with me or something.
No, not upset. So, a woman who impregnated herself with a turkey baster is now finding out that the donor of said turkey-based contents does have
And
he does have parental rights.
Was he a knowing donor?
I believe
no,
so.
I don't think he was.
Let's bring. He was.
I think he had to have been if he wanted the
Tonya J. Powers from Fox on right now. What do we listen? I
Poor
remember
Tonya.
years ago there was a turkey baster story out there, and now here we are, like 30 years later, and the turkey baster is still a useful tool in the
apparently.
bedroom.
I don't know.
And
All right.
not just at Thanksgiving.
Not just at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we know here?
Well, it started with this woman and her friend. This is out of Virginia. This is where the court ruling came from. And they were friends, and she wanted a baby. And this started about 5 years ago or so. And, I don't know if she talked him into it or if he said, yes, hey, I'll help. But anyway, he made a donation. And she I think she had tried multiple times and even involved some medical procedures and couldn't conceive. So he helped her out, and she used a turkey baster to get the job done there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she ends up with a son, I believe. Anyway, a child. And things went south between the two friends when she didn't like his baby name choices. So after that, the wheels came off, and he said, "Well, look, I'd like to play a bigger role in his life."
Wow.
At first, the whole agreement was, "Look, I just, this is just the essential stuff that I need, and that's all I need, and you don't have to do anything else."
Yes.
She didn't want him to do anything else, so it's not like she's trying to take him to court for child support or anything. She really didn't want any help, and. So he said, no, I really want to be a part of this child's life, and this is what started all the court stuff, I guess. So finally it got to the Virginia Court of Appeals, and they ruled that because of the way she was inseminated via the turkey baster, as we've discussed, instead of medical technology, she was trying to say that under the state's assisted conception law, he was just a donor.
Right.
The law, however, defines that as something resulting from medical technology, and that is what doomed her argument. They said, and this was no joke, this is what the court wrote, the plain meaning of the word or the term medical technology does not encompass a kitchen implement. That's the way the court put it.
Wow. Now, what state is this in?
Virginia.
So, I hate to say this, but it comes back to what my attorney always tells me: if you don't have a contract,
right?
You got to have a contract, right?
Exactly. And apparently, they had discussed a written contract, but never signed one because she apparently asked him for the donation. He was a little bit, hesitant to do this for obvious reasons. And they talked about a contract, didn't sign one. So that's, I think, a lot of this never would have gotten to court, at least not in this. Instance, had they actually signed something.
So the father, if you will, the donor is now going to have parental rights.
Yes.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And now, is this the type of thing where he really had second thoughts and he's like, oh, my God, I have a child out there? Or was her side saying, really, this is really revenge? He got mad at me, we had a falling out, and now he's like, all right, well, I'll get you. I'm going to go for parental rights.
That's a good question. I'm not sure exactly how he decided that, he wanted this, this much of a level. And it may have been that way. Apparently, he dropped by and visited and brought a stuffed bear and stuff like that. But she just basically wanted him to only be as involved as her other friends were. Not nothing like,
I will tell you, Tonya, that for me, from here on forward, I will only get a self-basted turkey. I do not want to be doing any basting of the turkeys from here forward.
Yeah, it's just amazing what things you can use for different ways in your home.
It is.
I'm just,
Hey, listen, we are an amazingly creative species.
Aren't we?
We are. It's amazing. All right, Tonya Powers, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, that's a great story, huh?